Like this, based on one or two, normally before I enter OT carry me on today. Happy weekend, my people. Anyway, they watch this video from. This weekend, go favor you and your family. If you believe, you type amen for the comment section. Amen. That be big. Like this. So normally, I know they do it every morning. Now, yes, now I must deliver my polling unit based on my 3 sharp updates. Where you need to hear. Like this, number one. Because no time. That I don't dear now. You enter the matter sharply. No time to check time. Number one, I be gay. As I declare you so, Peter Obi, it don't fall out now. Yes, now they say Peter Obi laments the exit of GSK, saying blame poor economic situation. I make GSK one move like this. So no worry, I go give you the full gist. You're the last first. Calm down. Not number one. Number two, now I be gay. As I declare you so. As Amy Lockhart decides say you know one race for this Niger Republic matter so like this so our federal government now they don't seek the support of international community to restore democracy for Niger Republic. Back yes now also big brother who will be giant of Africa. Yeah. Number three, now be big. Labour Party now so don't they claim you look man. I want run this power sector. Say they wait make you see they see him move. Not be to the talk man because 2 days ago, Amy Locust come out together. They drop fresh promises for power sector. Not be promised one chop, one they say action. So like I said, I must enter the gist proper. I think I beg you anyway to watch this video from. Just do me one favor. Help me share the video so that any other person will get interest for this kind of matter. Made them see this video, made them note the sub for the Nigerian lifestyle. I beg. So like I say, we all jump into the first story, which is that Peter Obi gist, where they talk about GSK, commodity of Nigeria, and the total bad economic situation. Listen and be blessed. He said this follows the company's announcement of plans to end its prescription medicine and vaccine production in the country. In a statement sent to the Nigerian Exchange Limited, the multinational pharmaceutical company said it will transition to a third-party direct distribution model for its pharmaceutical products. Reacting to the developments in a tweet on Friday night, Obi said that the company's reason for leaving Nigeria is even more disheartening as they no longer perceive a prospect for the country as a business environment that will be anchored on productivity. According to him, these are some of the consequences of the cumulative poor management of our economy. As a result, millions are losing their jobs and our poverty index is worsening, even though we are already being perceived as the world's poverty capital, the Post read in part. He further wrote, the multinationals that are leaving our country have not only created jobs, but have created immeasurable training that contributed immensely to our human capital development over the years. Now, they are leaving our shores one after the other. GSK has a manufacturing facility in Agbara, Osun State, on over 25 hectares of land, has directly employed over 400 highly technical workers like pharmacists, microbiologists, biochemists, chemists, dentists, doctors, etc., and also employed over 1,000 other staff. It indirectly provided jobs and business opportunities for thousands of Nigerians across the nation. They are now leaving all this behind and pushing more people back into unemployment. Yeah, sorrow. I have consistently maintained that in turning our nation around, we must move the economy from consumption to production, part of which included encouraging and supporting local and foreign investments like GSK in the country. The creation of an environment that creates and sustains multinationals to invest in our country is key to our dream of greatness. In the new Nigeria that we seek to create, the emphasis on production will encourage investors to stay and expand on our shores. GlaxoSmithKline was incorporated in Nigeria in June 1971 and commenced business the following year. The multinational pharmaceutical company, initially known as Bicham as its incorporation, is well known for products like Panadol, Ribena, Lucozade, Maclean's, and Andrews liver salt, among others. So now the gist we follow that one time, that matters we a bit talk. They talk about this this Glasgow's Mr. Company. We say they say they want come out for Nigeria after about 51 years of operation. We don't know what made they come out. They are saying that country door for president doesn't say Nigeria don't the hard anymore. No hope. That made they want come out. Anyway, on to our second gist. On to where we say federal government they seek support of international community to restore democracy for Niger Republic. Listen and be blessed. He said the federal government and the ECOWAS have called for support from the international community to restore democratic rule in Niger Republic. Ambassador Ibrahim Lamouwa, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said this while briefing the diplomatic corps on political situation in Niger Republic on Friday in Abuja. Lamouwa said the FG and ECOWAS commended the international community for condemning General Abdurrahman Chiani's led coup that ousted Niger's democratically elected president Mohamed Bazoum from office on July 26. This is also as they expressed concerns over the safety of Bazoum, who is reportedly held by the military junta in detention. The authority welcomes the immediate condemnation by the international community of the coup in Niger and sees this as a huge testimony to the preference for democracy and constitutional rule vis-a-vis any other form of governance. Consequently, Nigeria and indeed ECOWAS call upon the international community to remain resolute on this stance and to continue to show solidarity to ECOWAS in affirming the superiority of democratic and constitutional rule over dictatorship. No doubt, the developments in Niger, like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Guinea, have raised serious concerns about regional stability and democratic principles in the region. There is concern that the success of the coup in Niger would significantly dampen ECOWAS's reputation, especially if the country joins the ranks of others that are governed by unconstitutional leaders, such as Burkina Faso, Guinea, and Mali. The ECOWAS authority aims to ensure that the life of President Bazoum, his family members, and other political leaders detained along him are preserved and their constitutional rights protected. The ECOWAS, the region holds that President Bazoum remains the legitimate president and head of state of the Republic of Niger, recognized and supported by ECOWAS, the AU, and the international community, and therefore rejects any form of resignation that may purportedly come from him, perhaps under duress, Lamouwa stated. And the gist will form for that side too. Because right now, all ECOWAS now, they are focused now on Niger Republic. And that time when they talk about instance, so they go, Shaman not talk many, why not talk many, why they go to me talk, because when issues have happened for Nigeria that time when they're doing that instance protest and everything, they not talk puto. They not take the matter as serious like this. So when people buy that time, everything is up for that matter, they don't talk put. Now, people of Niger say they even happy with they are for there. They carry the matter for head. Anyway, on to our last gist for this matter soon. Say Labour Party tasks TINUBU on power sector challenges. So the Labour Party in Lagos State has urged President Bola Tinubu to urgently address all the problems militating against a stable electricity supply in the country. The Labour Party added that improving the supply of electricity in both urban and rural areas would further reduce the hardship encountered due to the removal of fuel subsidies in the country. The party's chairman in the state, Mr. Olumide Adesoyin, gave the advice in a statement issued in Lagos on Saturday. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that the president on Friday promised to address every power value chain challenge that will significantly satisfy the people's demand. The president also promised to enhance the generation and improve national peak growth and sustainability for far above the hitherto abysmal and unacceptable 5,300 megawatts for over 200 million Nigerians. Additionally said a stable electricity supply would reduce the fueling of generators that had been causing adverse effects on businesses and general well-being of Nigerians. The party chairman said one of the solutions to the power sector challenges was to address the metering gap in the country. For a population of the size of Nigeria, the proper development of its power sector is critical to the country's march into a rightful standing as one of the leading economies of the world. At a gross domestic production of about 500 billion US dollars, Nigeria is already the leading economy in Africa. However, this could be well boosted if the country would be able to get its power sector right. One of the solutions in resolving the power challenges is for the administration to urgently address the metering gap, which will boost discourse performances, he said. Additionally said the president should create the right policy environment for increased private sector investment in power generation that will lead to the modernization of transmission infrastructure. He urged the president to also work towards greater diversification of energy sources, emphasizing renewable and clean energy sources. The party chairman said it was time the government considered nuclear energy as an option, adding that Nigeria should emulate countries like South Africa, Iran, Turkey, which have all built nuclear power plants. Additionally, he said it has also become expedient to urge the Lagos state government to consider putting all inner streets across the state in the best motorable, navigable, and accessible shape. We'll stop this matter here. So that's all for my 3 sharp update for today. Now, what is some of the things when they saw for the Nigerian lifestyle based on one or two? Not somebody that became maybe king of update. I beg. Anyway, just thank God for everything.